Warning, this commentary contains spoilers for all Harry Potter books and movies. Major plot points will be revealed. If you have not yet read Harry Potter, go to your local bookstore, buy the 7-book set, read all of the books, then come back and watch this commentary. For everyone else, enjoy. Now, I'm sure we've all been in this situation before. You piss off some people, get into a fight with them, and when you're running low on health, you look in your bag and you realize you don't have any health potions left. So the only way you can heal yourself is by eating copious amounts of food, upwards of 20 pounds in my case. I was looking around for a mod that portrayed realistic weight gain. I couldn't find one, but I did find this realistic needs mod. It tells your character when he's hungry during his day, and if you happen to eat too much, your stats will reflect that. I've eaten too much as indicated by the mod, and my character is moving a lot slower. I also happen to drink 4 bottles of Nord mead, so my character is also drunk. You see how the color scheme is affected. My character is wobbly and he's moving slow because he's drunk and overly satiated with food, and that stagger was automatically caused by the drunkenness effect of this mod. But this mod isn't the full topic of my commentary. I just wanted to show you the excellent job the author did incorporating food so it actually has a purpose in Skyrim. This commentary will be about Harry Potter wands in Skyrim. I'm surprised I didn't think of it sooner. It's the fusion of my favorite fantasy novel series and my favorite fantasy game series. The wand you're looking at now is the Holly wand, Harry Potter's wand. It's craftable at a forge if you have Hargraven feathers, which symbolizes the phoenix feather core of Harry Potter's wand. Now, this wand's feather core came from Fawkes, Dumbledore's phoenix, who also happened to donate a feather to Voldemort's wand. Ollivander made this wand, and Harry bought it from his shop before his first year at Hogwarts. Harry's wand is capable of casting Expelliarmus, his signature spell, the disarming spell. The next wand we're taking a look at is the Chestnut wand, Wormtail's wand. This isn't his original wand. That wand was destroyed during the First Wizarding War. This wand is 9 3/4 inches, made of dragon heartstring. To craft this wand at a forge, you need dragon scales, which I suppose symbolizes the dragon heartstring. Ollivander created this wand during his captivity period in Malfoy Manor in the 7th book. Wormtail's wand is capable of casting Confringo, which I suppose symbolizes how he destroyed all those people in the street the night that he betrayed the Potters and framed Sirius Black for their murders. So you get a large fireball that does damage in a radius. The last wand we're going to take a look at is the Yew wand, Voldemort's first wand. The last act that this wand performed was breaking open the tomb of Dumbledore so that Voldemort could steal the Elder Wand. The Yew wand was lethal enough as it was. It's 13.5 inches and shares the same phoenix feather core as Harry Potter's wand. There was a little bit of artistic liberty used by the filmmakers to give this wand a little bit of a bony appearance, and I think it's really cool. I think the actor himself, Ralph Fiennes, who plays Voldemort in the movies, requested that this wand have a little bit more of a handle. So you make this by using bone meal to represent the bony architecture of the wand. So now you're going to see a lot of the wands in action. You're going to see all of the wands in action, but I wanted to make a quick note about the upcoming gameplay. I go around the landscape of Skyrim terrorizing the inhabitants. The first place I go, I think, is the only time I actually used Expelliarmus in this video. After that, I go to the Winterhold College to test my mettle against actual wizards, because that's the closest thing we have in Skyrim to Hogwarts. And finally, I go on a raid of Castle Volcar, which happens to be not so good of an idea because a lot of the NPCs are deemed essential. That's also why I don't use the Avada Kedavra curse in this video, because Voldemort's wand is naturally supposed to cast Avada Kedavra, but I just set it to do a high damage lightning spell because if you do use Avada Kedavra on essential NPCs, it backfires on you and kills you, which represents what happened to Voldemort when he tried to kill Harry Potter. Now that's an awesome touch. The mod maker did a great job with this. I'll link the mod in the description. While we're on the topic of wands, I wanted to talk about my favorite Harry Potter plot hole, which is the concept of wands changing allegiance. I like looking at plot holes now that the book series has ended and no more movies are coming out so that I can appreciate everything in retrospective. I like to think of my generation as the generation that grew up best with Harry Potter because I was 17 when the last book was released. I was the same age as Harry when he graduated Hogwarts, but wait a second, he never graduated Hogwarts. He didn't get his degree. I wonder if he ever went back to get it. And it's probably not required because of his pedigree. But anyways, the whole wand allegiance concept to me is a little bit sketchy. For starters, the whole idea is seemingly poorly developed. I don't like how a simple disarm could break a wand's allegiance. But let's say that was true for a second. I think that Dumbledore or Snape died with full possession of the Elder Wand, and it's a convoluted process why. In the original plot, Dumbledore wanted Snape to defeat him so that Snape would have full allegiance of the wand and Voldemort could never use the wand to its full potential. But Malfoy defeated Dumbledore first, and I say defeated in quotes, because Malfoy disarmed him before the other Death Eaters and Snape got there. When Snape killed Dumbledore, Snape wasn't killing a Dumbledore that had full allegiance of the Elder Wand. How the actual story plays out is that Harry disarms Malfoy and gets Malfoy's wand, and becomes full owner of the Elder Wand because Malfoy had full control of 2 wands? Wait a second, that's a little weird too. How do you have allegiance of 2 wands? Wouldn't Harry just have allegiance of Malfoy's regular wand? And because the Elder Wand wouldn't kill Harry as its master, that's how Harry survived Voldemort's final spell during the final confrontation. But disarming as a way to defeat someone isn't a viable explanation in my mind. People in Dumbledore's army practice disarming each other all the time, and I don't think their wands change allegiance. So defeating by disarming probably has to do with malicious intent, the original intent of the caster. Do you have malicious intent to fully incapacitate and defeat your victim? Draco should never have gained the allegiance of the Elder Wand. He never wanted to hurt Dumbledore. Everything he did in his 6th year was out of reluctance, because he felt pressure to fit in with the other Death Eaters and Voldemort. So the intent just simply wasn't there. He didn't truly want to defeat Dumbledore. Even if he performed the physical action of disarming, he wasn't psychologically primed to gain allegiance by victory over the foe. If we accept the malicious intent clause to hold true for disarming to count as winning over wand allegiance, then Dumbledore should have died the owner of the Elder Wand. If we count Snape killing as winning over allegiance of the wand, then Snape should have died the owner of the Elder Wand. Thus, Harry Potter would have died in the final battle because he wasn't the Elder Wand's master. What do you guys make of all this? Just as a reminder, I really love Harry Potter, but I also like breaking down possible flaws because it lets me understand the series deeper. I'm going to touch on a few other plot holes very briefly this commentary. Salazar Slytherin developed indoor plumbing 1,000 years before the rest of the world did it, because he built the Chamber of Secrets 1,000 years before the heir of Slytherin was going to step foot into Hogwarts. So that puts him as building the Chamber of Secrets around 960 AD or so, and indoor plumbing wasn't invented in the real world by then. So that's sketchy how that happens. Now, I also don't understand the population of Hogwarts. The population of Hogwarts doesn't seem to be enough to sustain the entire wizarding population. Think of how many people run the Ministry of Magic, and think of how many people are involved with the businesses in like Diagon Alley and other stores around. I don't think Hogwarts is graduating enough students to sustain the magical population. Another plot hole is a lot of the events that take place during the 4th book. So Barty Crouch is allegedly so insane that he has to be shipped away to Azkaban, but he's perfectly capable of impersonating an Auror right under Dumbledore's nose without Dumbledore having the slimmest suspicion during the school year. Also, why couldn't Barty Crouch just kidnap Harry Potter, like, when he was in Hogsmeade with Hermione and Ron? Why didn't he just ask Harry, like, hey, why don't you come outside for a second, and then disapparate with him to Voldemort? Also, why did the portkey that he used to transport Harry to the graveyard go both ways? I thought that portkeys were only one way, and I don't know, a lot of the things in the 4th book don't really add up. But anyways, guys, let me know what your favorite plot holes are in Harry Potter, and if you have any of the explanations for any of the plot holes that I've mentioned in this video, please feel free to add a comment below. If you're new to my channel, definitely subscribe. Have a great day.